listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. We are live, and it is Thursday, Feb 1623. So here we are. Oh, this? Yeah, well, it's a serious show tonight, so I figured I would give it halfway business, a professional type of look, like all the fakers out there who aren't here any longer wore ties. Hey, we're going to do a show. We're going to be relaxed in our first 3 months, but as soon as we get Lou Elizondo on, swing, tie, shirt, crisp, serious. 6 months later, I'm sorry, I've got to quit. I can't handle being talked to. I'm so woke and hurt. I bleed. Yes, that is one of our known haters who quit ufology because he couldn't handle it. Can't handle. Everybody's so stupid. It's stupid here. Everybody's fighting. Nobody agrees with me. Celebrity unidentified. Whatever. God, asshole face. Yeah, that's who it is. Asshole face. Because his face looks like a butthole when he's talking and he gets all serious, gets all mad. His face looks like, not even a joke, butthole. And then I heard one of our haters, the Angry Channel, she's starting shit again over there. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, who cares? I haven't even listened to it. Somebody brought it up to me, and And they're like, hey, did you see she's talking about you again? I go, who cares about SCAMbian? He's a nobody. And I'm a nobody. Who cares about nobodies? You know? Go talk about Elizondo and Corbell and the mainstream media. Gotta pick on me. It's so stupid. He's out there talking again. He's telling the truth. And I don't like it. Praise the cash for me. Cash, cash, cash. Praise the cash. What a fucking dumb thing to say when you're asking for donations. Unbelievable. All he does is beg for money. Praise for cash over here. Stupid. Hypocrites I am. Well, anyway, we'll let the girls talk about us because it's all they got. What life are they living? Going after us? I feel honored now. I don't even take it as a hateful thing anymore. I'm like, yeah, man, you want to talk shit about GUFON? Have at it. Because, whatever, I'm rubber, they're glue. Whatever they say bounces off to me, it always sticks to them. Roll call. We're going to talk about everything again. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just doing the show. Whatever happens, happens. That's the news of the week. That's what we're going to talk about. It's not going to be all the same shit we've been talking. We're going to mix it in with other things tonight. But, hey, you didn't change your background. He's a loser. He didn't change his thumbnail. Ooh, they're going to have a 2-hour show on my thumbnail not being 100% on. Oh, he didn't put a thumbnail up. He must be hiding something. Anything they could find. They don't even go after. They go after character. It's character assassination anyway. It's like it's not even about anything. Roll call. Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian. Wormner Show. Hey, Tony. Jesus, Richie, stop what you... I don't know what this means. What does that mean? Stop what you looking, laughing? I don't know. Sapphire Elf, but welcome to the show, Tone. Sapphire, are you going to replay the speech, Rich, or should I go watch? I'm going to replay it. No. Rich, you doing court, Rich? This is our courtroom, folks. This is our courtroom. I had a new name for me, and I can't remember what it is. Hi, Rebecca. Stu Gerson. Rebecca. Welcome to the show, everybody. Zach Diecast Maltsu. Moody Mungo. Moody Mungo. A deep fake Richie has arrived. Yes, sirree, Robert. What's up, Zach Diecast Maltsu? Welcome to the show. Thank you, Rebecca. Whiskey. I never had whiskey, Dick, because I don't drink, but I can tell you. No, never had it. No. You can't handle the truth. Tim. I love when you say that. Damn it, boy. What's up, Tim? Welcome to the show. Brookers. He did a YouTube channel, Stew and Pack. I don't know what that means, but welcome to the show. I just ate before I did the show, so now I'm getting all the air pushing out of my stomach because I waited too long. Hey, what's up, John Kindon? You are somebody, man. I know, I'm somebody to my mom, but I'm nobody. But here's the deal. They know who we are. And guess what? Still, no contact back from Chicken Little, Ross Couthart. Ross Couthart refuses to respond to my kind email. It was a kind email. Asking him if you want to come on my show, I'd love to pick your brain. And I told him, I got 19 years in the field. I know a lot more things than what you may have seen on the show if you even watched it. But I'd like to talk to you and pick your brain and why you're here. And either way, you want me to come there or you can come here. Nothing. I resent that message twice, just in case. A month apart. What are they so afraid of? Really? Why are they afraid to talk to us? I know why. I know why. Because they look at this show as garbage. They do. And that's because of me. If I thought people would think that way about the show, I would do everything to stop that. But then I thought about it. The people that are saying it, they're the woke. Oh, wait, how do you do that? They're the woke. They are, well, Coulthard is part of the problem. And so is Bryce Zabel, because they suck into the mainstream media. Jeremy Corbell, they agree with the way politics are. I mean, if you ever watch Ross and listen to them talk, they agree with a lot of shit. I mean, they do disagree with some things, but they disagree with the super obvious stuff that, you know, a first grader could see. But when it comes down to figuring out what's going on, even though there's conflicting statements and people are hypocrites and all that, they still stay with that side. You want to know why? Because it's safe. It's safe. Oh, no, Rich, you got Ross all wrong. He's an investigative journalist. He wants to break stories open, only if it makes people happy. He won't step on anybody's toes because he's a pussy. He's afraid. He's not going to have access to Lou and all those people. That's all this is about when it comes to podcasters and other people that have these people on their shows. That's why Celebrity Review asshole face was a quitter to begin with, but that's why I didn't really care for that guy and that show, because it was all fake. He didn't care about ufology. He didn't care about anything except getting subscribers and getting popular. And then he quits. Doesn't mean I was wrong. It means he quit. And if you look at that guy, quitter. So Biden gave the speech today. Thank you, Lunar Sparkles. Good to see you. Alien, Outlaw, how you doing? Tony, I already said it. Scott Acha, Haninja, Jose, UK, how you doing? Kenny, Kenneth Lewis. What's up, man? How you doing? New to the show, welcome. I don't normally wear a tie. It's a joke, an inside joke. Mars, is that Mars? Moors. Woke is value brand. And still the quickening is only a sci-fi, is only in a sci-fi fantasy movie and a TV show. Beautifully said. Yet there is no quickening. Oh, there's a quickening. Oh, and I like this one. And I've fallen victim to saying and going along with it a few times, but oh no, there's a what's that word? There's a change. Starts with a P. There's a change. What is that called? Oh my God, I can't believe I can't think of it. Paradigm. Yeah, oh yeah. Big paradigm change. You can feel it. Stupid. I love it. You know, I love this field. I hate this field, but it is what it is. It's fun. I'm not trying to be a big dick anymore, but I'm still me. It's my name. I'm going to be a dick. At the right times. I don't mean to be. It's just the way things come out. And you know what I found out? People from back east, like New York, Boston, Philly, they get it. You guys get the attitude. You get that it's passion. It's not, you know, hate speech, as some of these people try to say. He's all about hate. Cuts people down. No, I don't. It's not even close to what we do. Hey, Rebellious Unknown. We're going to be on there tonight, right after GUFON. Yes, I'm going back for more abuse. They abused me last week, and I was mad. My face hurt. Yep, my throat was sore. Because they're very, very happy people. And I don't need that much happiness. I couldn't stop laughing a few times. It hurt. And I'm still paying that price. I'm very angry. But I can't wait to go back tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, tonight's show over there is going to be probably better than this one. I recommend hanging out with us after the show over there on Rebellious Unknown. Because there's EVPs. We're going to be talking about some ghosts, paranormals, things like that. I did an EVP session, and yet I still didn't have time to listen to the 10-minute thing. But after the show, I'm going to listen to it because I'm going to end the show 15 minutes early so I can relax a little before I go on their show. And I'm going to listen to it and see if I captured anything. Because when I did that EVP session, I know it got very cold in the room. Things felt different, and it rarely feels like it did when I did that 2 days ago. Anyway, Rebellious, welcome to the show. That's Lynn, everybody. Thank you, John. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll take it off in a minute. I can't wear. I feel like I'm getting, like wearing a turtleneck, a tie. It's like getting choked by a really weak guy all day. I know, I stole that joke. What's up, William Bridges? What's up, Escobar? How you guys doing? Good. Been a while since we saw you guys. FAP's here. Alfie Joe Bob, Tom Roberts. All right, let's get going. I'm going to play Biden's joke. It's a good one. Hey, thank you. Did you? Ma! Then she's not back yet. No, I don't hear. I'll let her know. You still need a dozen, so I'll get you your balls. Meatballs for William Bridges because of the $5 super chat. Continuing supporter of GUFON. Thank you. Is that the first one tonight? Yeah, you can help support GUFON. We are supported strictly by the public. If they're, super chat, super sticker, PayPal if you can tonight, and Cash App. Yeah. I tell you what. Now, I don't want to do any gimmicks. No gimmicks. If you want to help support the show, the links are in the show description and on the About section on YouTube. I don't want to do any gimmicks. So, what is it? What is it? Praise the King! Praise it! William Bridges and then Alfie Joe Bob throwing down $10. And it's a super sticker. I see it. Thank you, William Bridges. Good to see you too, man. Hope your New Year's going well. And family and friends, all that shit's working out for you. I don't know what to say. But good to see you. What's up, Mike Geometria? JD Morrison? Mike Johnson. Hey, man. Good to see you. Peter Jourdain. Very cool. Good to see you. There it is. Alfie Joe Bob throwing down $10 on a super sticker. Appreciate that. Again, a continuing supporter of GUFON. And what? I don't know what I was going to say. I was trying to come up with something, but we'll give you one of these. Well, thank you for the super sticker, Alfie Joe Bob. $10! That good. All over the world. I don't know why. Thank you to William. I forgot. I don't know. I can't think right now. Something's going on. Yeah. Oh, you know why? Hey, Lantonio. Good to see you. Hey, I really like the sticker there, your picture. GUFON mod, Lantonio. That's good. Like Samo. Where is Samo? Hi, Shannon. Wilcox. Shannon Wilcox made it. Thank you very much for the $5. A continuing supporter of GUFON now. It's 2 nights in a row, yeah? That's amazing. Very nice. Thank you. Why is my... Okay, here we go. I'm trying to look. Okay, so yours is a pair that is saying, ha-ha! Oh, and Alfie Joe Bob's was a big hippo sitting in a chair and it wrecked. Because that's supposed to be me. I guess. I don't know. It could have been at one point, but not now. Thank you, Shannon. Good to see you too. Welcome to the show, and mucho gusto, Generoso. Any relation to David in our chat? Like this guy? See, you guys are right next to each other in the chat room. Just asking. What's up, David? And thanks again, Shannon. Shannon's got great hair. Good hair. I like hair on a woman. Hair's good. All right, Biden, here we go. Biden now addresses the nation on the balloons. This is 7 minutes. We'll pause it here and there. Just, be patient. It's Biden. And I will stop it for gaffes. I have to.
Our military, through the North American Aerospace Defense Command, so-called NORAD, closely scrutinized our airspace, including enhancing our radar to pick up more slow-moving objects above our country.
See how he just wiped his nose right there? Biden does that when he's being deceptive every single time.
Around the world.
And look what he said when he was being deceptive.
Around the world. And moving objects above our country.
Right? Talking about objects above our country, wiping his nose. How convenient. It's almost like he planned that. But he's not that smart anymore. Nor was he ever. He's terrible.
Around the world. In doing so, they tracked 3 unidentified objects, one in Alaska, Canada, and over Lake Huron in the Midwest. They acted in accordance with established parameters for determining how to deal with unidentified aerial objects in U.S. airspace. At their recommendation, I gave the order to take down these 3 objects due to hazards to civilian commercial air traffic and because we could not rule out the surveillance risk of sensitive facilities.
See how proud he was when he said, I gave the order to shoot him down. Like, he got a little bit excited for himself. Like, hey, somebody did something I asked them to do.
We acted in consultation with the Canadian government. I spoke personally with Prime Minister Trudeau from Canada on Saturday. And just as critically, we acted out of an abundance of caution and an opportunity that allowed us to take down these objects safely. Our military and the Canadian military are seeking to recover the debris so we can learn more about these 3 objects. Our intelligence committee is still assessing all 3 incidences.
He can't say intelligence. Our intelligence community. He does it 3 times. Our intelligence community. Listen.
Learn more about these 3 objects. Our intelligence committee is still
our intelligence community. My dad does that. Because my dad has Parkinson's, and it's like they're losing their breath when they're speaking, but they're trying to get to the next word. It's very, very sad. And that's why I don't really make fun of Biden every day. But if it's there, but it's sad.
Assessing all 3 incidences. They're reporting to me daily and will continue their urgent efforts to do so, and I will communicate that to the Congress.
They're reporting to him daily. Thank God.
We don't yet know exactly what these 3 objects were.
No.
But nothing right now suggests they were related to China's spy balloon program or that they were surveillance vehicles from any other country. The intelligence community's current assessment is that these 3 objects were most likely balloons tied to private companies, recreation or research institutions studying weather or conducting other scientific research.
So in other words, they're doing everything. They're watching, they're listening, they're recording, they're documenting. Well, same thing. Oh yeah, that first balloon was such bullshit. Do you know how much land there was for them to shoot that over? We have shit falling off airplanes routinely. Ice falls off airplanes, right? We've seen things landing in streets. Very rarely, if ever, something's hit somebody. I understand, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Anyway.
When I came into office, I instructed our intelligence community to take a broad look at the phenomenon of unidentified aerial objects. We know that a range of entities, including countries, companies, and research organizations, operate objects at altitudes for purposes that are not nefarious, including legitimate scientific research. I want to be clear. We don't have any evidence that there has been a sudden increase in the number of objects in the sky.
That right there. That right there is the very bad lie. Haven't we heard everybody, because of the congressional hearings, we've heard from every single individual saying there has been an increase in UFO sightings. Fantasyland. Told you, the lies will come out. Listen to what he said.
We know that a range of entities, including countries, companies, and research organizations, operate objects at altitudes for purposes that are not nefarious, including legitimate scientific research. I want to be clear. We don't have any evidence that there has been a sudden increase in the number of objects in the sky. We're now just seeing more of them, partially because the steps we've taken to increase our radar.
We haven't seen, and there hasn't been an increase in UFO sightings, but there's been an increase in UFO sightings because we adjusted the radar, right? He just contradicted himself. I know what he's saying. He's not really contradicting himself. If you take it out of context, he is.
Not nefarious, including legitimate scientific research. I want to be clear. We don't have any evidence that there has been a sudden increase in the number of objects in the sky. We're now just seeing more of them, partially because the steps
we're now just seeing more of them.
We've taken to increase our radars, to narrow our radars. And we have to keep adapting.
So again, I mentioned this last night. So you mean to tell me the whole time NORAD's been in business, they didn't have the ability or capability, well, they had the capability, they didn't have the radar set up for smaller objects? You know, I don't buy that. You see, that's another problem. That is a ridiculous thing to say. It is. It doesn't make sense. And I'm not the only one who said it. A lot of people are saying it. And let me tell you why they're saying it. Everybody's watching GUFON.
Our approach to
telling you they are
to dealing with these challenges.
They come here for the UFO news. They want the truth. They come here. I hear whatever I'm saying repeated on several mainstream media platforms. Nowhere else. Somebody's paying attention. I don't know if they are, but it feels good to think that sometimes.
I've directed my team to come back to me with sharper rules for how we will deal with these unidentified objects.
Who's Howie?
Forward. Distinguishing between those that are likely to pose safety and security risks that necessitate action and those that do not. But make no mistake, if any object presents a threat to the safety and security of the American people, I will take it down. I'll be sharing with Congress these classified...
Yeah, just like we're going to get everybody home safely from Afghanistan. Ass face.
Classified policy parameters when they're completed. And they'll remain classified so we don't give our roadmap to our enemies to try to evade our defenses. Going forward, these parameters will guide what actions we'll take while responding to unmanned and unidentified aerial objects. We're going to keep adapting them as the challenges evolve, if it evolves. In addition, I've directed my national security advisor to lead a government-wide effort to make sure we are positioned to deal safely and effectively with the objects in our airspace. First, we will establish a better inventory of unmanned airborne objects in space above the United States airspace and make sure that inventory is accessible and up to date.
Shouldn't it be? Shouldn't it be? What did he just say? Let me go back 15 seconds. That was an interesting.
In our airspace. First, we will establish a better inventory of unmanned airborne objects in space above the United States airspace.
In space, above the United States airspace. You can't. There's no space and air. There's no air in space. Even if you're in space 250 miles above North and South America, hey, you're over half the planet still. I know, not really, but what a goofy. Whoever wrote that speech is just...
And make sure that inventory is accessible and up to date. Second, we'll implement further measures to improve our capacity to detect unmanned objects in our airspace. Third, we'll update the rules and regulations for launching and maintaining unmanned objects in the skies above the United States of America. And fourth, my Secretary of State will lead an effort to help establish common global norms. And this
can't read those words. It's like he never read the speech before he reads the speech. You can hear him, like one time he said objection or objective instead of saying object, because he thought it was going to say objection and it went to object. I know I'm being nitpicky, but it means a lot. Details do matter. And if the president of the United States wants to be specific and accurate, he needs to speak accurately and specifically and clearly.
It's largely unregulated space. These steps will lead to safer and more secure skies for our air travelers, our military, our scientists, and for people on the ground as well.
Oh.
That's my job.
Did you hear how he said that? It was so insincere. For people on the ground as well. So insincere. They probably said, say this with excitement. And that was it.
Military, our scientists, and for people on the ground as well. That's my job as your President, Commander-in-Chief. As the events of the previous days have shown, we'll always act to protect the interest of the American people and the security of the American people. Since I came to office, we've developed the ability to identify, track, and study high-altitude surveillance balloons connected with the Chinese military. When one of these high-altitude surveillance balloons entered our airspace over the continental United States earlier in the month, I gave the order to shoot it down as soon as it would be safe to do so.
He thought it just ended there. I gave the order to shoot it down. As soon. I'm not going to play it again.
The military advised against shooting it down over land because of the sheer size of it.
Blame it on the military.
The size of multiple school buses and opposed the risk to people on the ground.
What's more important? The 1 in a billion chance somebody gets hit by this balloon, this very light balloon that won't fall at free fall speed anyway. It'll have some drag. But nonetheless, the odds of that hitting somebody are like 1 billion to 1. And what's more important? The national security of the United States, it's flying in our skies with impunity. With impunity. But come to find out, there's evidence that we watched China balloon before it got to the United States. There's a story that's out there that says that. We knew all about the balloon from day one. From day one, since they launched it. How's that? How do you feel now? Now that you know that, does it change the story? Well, it did for me. It changed a lot of things. And I am not going to believe a word anybody says about what's going on now. I thought this was pretty mundane. I thought this was simple. I thought these were just balloons that they're making into something it isn't. It's something more. There's something going on. And with reports of China, and there's proof of it, preparing for war. This is not a good look for the United States at all. It shows that they can do whatever they want. That is why there was overkill on any object that flew into the airspace here or about to. That's the only reason. Cylindrical object, octagon-shaped object, or whatever the other one was, a balloon. Now some people are saying it's not, it was never a balloon, but it is. Everything's muddied already. It was muddied from day one, and it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And now I don't believe anything. Now I want to see it. How can we believe anything here? You really can't. They did that on purpose. Even if they didn't, it looks that way. It looks like it was scripted. Of course. What do you think happens? You think that this is how we got in or extended the Vietnam War, the Gulf of Tonkin, right? D-Day. Is it D-Day? No. When Japan invaded Hawaii, that wasn't D-Day. That's how we got into World War II. But we let them come in and attack us. I mean, it's terrible. Just terrible. And also weapons of mass destruction. How about that lie? 2002 or 3, whatever, they did that little trick. So it's scary, man. And it seems like we blew up that pipeline too that got them their fuel in Russia. So they're mad at us. China's mad at us as always. Russia's mad at us now as always. If there was a dual Russia-China attack against us, damn it, that would suck. Everything would be, yeah. So I don't know why. This is, I have a hunch that these balloons were sent from China. That's what I think it is. I think it's China, maybe Russia too, that are sending these objects. And I bet you this. I bet you they've been doing it for years. And if NORAD's not lying, how would they have known? How would they have known if they couldn't detect them, right? And when objects are at 60 to 80,000 feet, normal-sized objects are almost impossible to see. But an object that's the size of 3 school buses, well, people are going to see that. That's pretty big. So, you know what? It's the narrative now. It's open for interpretation. And I'll take anything, because I hope it's not war. I hope this isn't, the spy games, as somebody mentioned earlier, spy versus spy tactics. I think that was Tony. That was early in the show. But all things good. Hey, thank you. He is a knob. Is that a watch? It is. All right. Thank you. All things good. Thank you very much for the £5, £5. Biden's a knob. He is a knob. And a mucho gusto. Generoso, all things good. Continuing supporter of GUFON. That's right, you are. Thank you very much. I know, this is terrible. Just terrible. What's that? Hold on, let me refresh my page here. I want to see something. No, we're up to date. All Things Good was the last one. Shannon was before that. Alfie Joe Bob. And yeah, nothing. No. Oh, thank you for reminding me though. On my secret chat. Nope, nothing happen. Is Samo here tonight? I don't see him, is he? His internet's probably out, or power. Where he lives, some of you may know, they have control over the power over there, and they do rollouts. And he'll be down for 2 hours. So he might be back. He might be here at the second half of the show. Oh, he was? He was here? Okay. Well, not now. What are you guys saying? Yeah, I didn't see him either, but soldiers need to stay home and defend their own country and its people, says Off-World Adam. How you doing? Yeah, that's true. It's a very colorful, oh, I see what that is. That is, I recognize that font. What is that? Tales from the Crypt? In that, yeah, it looks like Tales from the Crypt. Good to see you. Orange Crush, good to see you. I'm so sick of us being the world's police. I know. Biden's going to get us all killed, says Orange Crush. Denver's going to be good next year, by the way. The Broncos. I like them. It was interesting seeing Russell as quarterback there. Didn't feel right to see him in there. But there's no money in this? No. That's what we're going to talk about next. Let me finish. There's a minute left in this.
It was shot down where people live.
Good point.
Instead, we tracked it closely.
Hey, Martin.
We analyzed its capabilities, and we learned more about how it operates. And because we knew its path, we were able to protect sensitive sites against collection. We waited until it was safely over water, which would not only protect civilians,
but
also enable us to recover substantial components for further analytics. And then we shot it down, sending a clear message. The violation of our sovereignty is unacceptable. We'll act to protect our country, and we did. Now, this past Friday, we put restrictions on 6 firms that directly support the People's Republic Liberation Army, the People's Liberation Army aerospace program that includes airships and balloons, denying them access to U.S. technology. We briefed our diplomatic partners and our allies around the world, and we know about China's program and where their balloons have flown.
Of course.
Some of them have also raised their concerns directly with China.
They've also raised their concerns.
Our exports have lifted components of the Chinese balloon's payload off the ocean floor. We're analyzing them as I speak, and what we learn will strengthen our capabilities.
Oh.
Now, we're also
wait. Did he just say that they found stuff?
Throughout technology. We briefed our diplomatic partners and our allies around the world, and we know about China's program and where their balloons have flown. Some of them have also raised their concerns directly with China. Our exports have lifted components of the Chinese balloon's payload off the ocean floor. We're analyzing them as I speak, and what we learn will strengthen our capabilities. Now, we'll also continue to engage with China, as we have throughout the past 2 weeks. As I've said since the beginning of my administration, we seek competition, not conflict with China.
Yeah.
We're not looking for a new Cold War, but I make no apologies, and we will compete. And we'll responsibly manage that competition so that it doesn't veer into conflict. This episode underscores the importance of maintaining open lines of communication between our diplomats and our military professionals. Our diplomats will be engaging further, and I will remain in communication with President Xi.
Well, thank God.
I'm grateful for the work of the last several weeks of our intelligence, diplomatic, and military professionals who have proved once again to be the most capable in the world. And I want to thank you all.
Oh, shit, there was still more. That's right. Listen to this. My bad.
I want to point out is that we are going to keep our allies and the Congress contemporaneously informed of all we know and all we learn.
Hold on. What did he just stutter over?
I want to thank you all. Now, look, the other thing I want to point out is that we are going to keep our allies and the Congress contemporaneously informed of all we know and the Congress contemporaneously informed of all we know and all we learn. And I expect to be speaking with President Xi, and I hope we're going to get to the bottom of this. But I make no apologies for taking down that balloon. Thank you very much.
Mr. Biden, what about Mr. Biden? What about you, Mr. Biden? Who's Mr. Biden? Yay, he's going to talk to Xi. Xi? Is that how Xi identifies? Yeah. All right. So you thought that was good? I knew you did. I knew you liked it. Everybody loves Joe Biden. He's the most popular president of our lifetime. The most popular. Do you know what that means? He's amazing. He's a great man. The best. Nobody does it better. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? Here we go. I don't want to get you guys excited, But the next person on this list is very well known for gesturing, making stuff up, and he is being mentored by his best friend. That's right. Yep. You got it. Crazy Eyes Corbell.
Joining me now is a good friend, Jeremy Corbell. He's an independent journalist. He's released some of the most important videos regarding this. Of course, we had to talk with Jeremy about this entire situation. So, Jeremy, there's been an explosion of public interest in UFOs after the last couple of days and these extraordinary shoot downs. Just want to get your reaction to everything that's happening here, not only in the interest of the topic writ large, but also this specific instances. What are you thinking about this?
Jesus hands.
Yeah, well, look, the moment this began, people started, texting me, is
higher.
This war of the worlds? Is this, confirmation? Are they finally dealing with this elusive, what they call UAP now, which is just UFO, same thing. Are we dealing with this mystery publicly forward-facing? Unfortunately, the answer is no. The disorganization is incredible. We know there are balloons. We know there are Chinese spy balloons. This is something that has been happening for decades, this specific type. So what we're dealing with is the media all of a sudden grabbing on to these very specific words and terminology, just trying to make everybody feel like this is.
Hold on a second. What did he say?
No, the disorganization is incredible. We know there are balloons. We know there are Chinese spy balloons. This is something that has been happening for decades.
Okay, so we know there's balloons. We know there's Chinese balloons, and this has been going on for decades. Okay.
Specific type. So what we're dealing with is the media all of a sudden grabbing on to these very specific words and terminology, just trying to make everybody feel like this is a new thing. If we really cared about security in the United States on the level, we're not going to shoot a missile at a balloon. We're going to deal with, for example, what happened in 2019 that is still unresolved. And I think I've proven the case very recently by bringing witnesses forward, direct eyewitnesses, that these UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena, that they're under intelligent control by some actor who we don't know who it is, but we could exclude China, Russia, US. I mean, you name it, we can exclude it. So what are we not saying here? So the current events, dude, it's like this. This has been going on a long time. If we care about security, we would deal with the hacks to our cell phones before we would even care about a balloon enough to shoot it down on national television with a missile, which we barely hit, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Well, and how do the pilot...
Which we barely hit. That's like saying it was a near miss. We hit the balloon. It went down. See what he's trying to do? He's trying to make them look, is it inept? Not them. I'm talking about the military when they're shooting at these things. Why he would say that? Why would he say that? Why would he go after them because they shot a missile at a balloon to shoot it down? And then he says, which they barely hit. Doesn't make sense. It's like, why would he dig into the people that are feeding him? So now that tells me, so Jeremy Corbell isn't being fed any information, his fake UFO reports. Those are coming from, I think, where Jeremy gets all his information. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't remember the guy's name. Shit. It's from somebody. I can't remember the name. Somebody told me. It doesn't matter. Back to this.
Descriptions and the limited pieces of information that we have gotten in terms of, descriptions of these objects. How do those match up with previous...
let me tell you something. Why do people think that it's only been a week or so since this has happened. Why do people think they're going to find this stuff immediately? I know they should know where it went down. Apparently the terrain is terrible. Nonetheless, they could lower somebody down there on, on cables, right? They could lower somebody down there securely. put them in a little basket. I don't know, whatever they got to do. It's not impossible. But when planes go down and boats sink, sometimes you can't find them, even though you know where it went down. Yeah. Anyway, it might take a little longer.
Reports and sightings.
Right. That's a really important distinguishing quality here is that the UAP phenomenon, it's going on all the time and it's over decades, if not generations. So what pilots are seeing and saying now with these particular events, it is not as extraordinary as what we have heard from, like, let's say, Commander David Fravor, Commander Underwood, Lieutenant Ryan Graves. But look, what we're seeing is really nothing that I see as particularly anomalous. They are saying strange words to try to inflame the UFO community. I think that is intentional, because what we're actually shooting down so far has been just really standard. Let's reflect on what's happened. Let's go back.
What we're shooting down is standard. Anybody? What we're shooting down is standard. Okay.
Because we're talking about spherical things. George Knapp and I, we released some.
A George Knapp? You mean there's more than one? A George Knapp? Is that you can buy them now? Oh my God, you can buy friends. Listen.
Let's reflect on what's happened. Let's go back, because we're talking about spherical things. George Knapp and I, we released something called
a George Knapp. You can buy George Knapps. They're a dime a dozen.
Called the Mosul Orb. This is the first piece of military film clearly identified as UAP. This is from within a classified briefing, like a lot of the
there's no film. You're not showing us film. You're showing us a still from 4-second video where only 1 second shows your vehicle going down a road, I bet, directly down it. Well, I want to see the video. Anybody see this video yet? Anybody see this video yet of the Mosul Orb? Because I could be wrong, but I don't like that we don't get to see it, because I don't think that's an orb. I think it's a fake story. No, me neither. George Craps. That Jim Bud Royale, you're really you got a mind just like me. You really are. Another one of my minds. Funnier than, but sometimes a little too much. But funny. George Craps. How did I not think of that? George Craps. God, I love that. All right. This thing, though, let's continue.
But it is inherently unclassified. That's why I can put it out. So we put this out. This is an object that is...
He can put it out because it's not a UFO. That's why you can put your other videos out, too, because those are not UFOs. The government will never allow aliens or UFOs to be seen if they have a say in it, and if it's from a military source. COVID, right? Okay. Everything Corbell has given us has been with a capital S, shit. Everything. Every single thing, including his movies.
It's from a 4-second video. It's 2 seconds slowed down. And this is from a reconnaissance plane over northern Iraq, Mosul. That's why they call it the Mosul Orb. This was identified by our UAPTF, which was the task force dealing with the unidentified anomalous phenomena, as classified UAP, meaning it's got some sort of propulsion, some reason why it was brought into that category. And if you get to see the video, if people do their job and you can see the video, you're going to know, we know what balloons are. We know what those are. We don't classify those UAP. So now you got a spherical object over a conflict zone. For the first time, the public is seeing an image that was contained in a classified briefing. Now, this makes you think about the...
No. First of all, Jeremy Corbell is saying this. You and I can't confirm it. He wants us to believe what he is saying is true. That for the first time, the Mosul orb is, we're seeing. Come on, man. I think Jeremy Corbell believes what he's being sold by the people that give him these things. Either that, or he does what Jaime Maussan does. Only shows us stuff that you really can't tell what it is. But if he speaks long enough and says things that sound cool, you might just believe it. It's all about dressing it up. Jeremy Corbell sells the sizzle. He doesn't sell the steak. He can't, because nobody's going to give him a real UFO or any evidence to show the world. It's just not going to happen, big guy. Sorry. I don't believe you. 90% of these people don't believe you either. So, yeah, if I were you, I'd keep doing what you're doing because it gives me content and it proves to the world that there's corruption right under our noses in front of our face. So keep doing what you're doing, Jeremy and George Crap. Thank you, Bud Royal. Thank you so much for changing my life tonight. George Crap. From now on, I can't think of it any other way. You will always get credit for that. I want to thank David Wilcox for a PayPal that came in minutes ago. $35.61. And he just thought he had some luck today and wanted to share. So he did. And he shared with GUFON. So thank you, David. I can't believe you just did that. That is mucho gusto generoso, my friend. Oh, yeah. And the PayPal. Yeah, thank you very much. I definitely was needing that. Yeah, I just got an ad for talcum powder. Talcum powder for your ding-dong, it says. Ding-dong talcum powder? Every time I think of talcum powder, I think of cauliflower. Are we done with Corbell? Are we?
Transmedium capabilities.
Friggin' A. And that's another thing this guy does. Transmedium capabilities. We have yet to see one object with transmedium capabilities. Please don't tell me about the Aquafria thing or whatever that one where the object goes in the water and then comes out and splits into two. I'm not buying that one. But that is one of the coolest videos out there. I just don't know if it's real. Hey, what's up, Spooky Cool Podcast? Don't forget to go check out Spooky Cool Podcast. I hear you, Jammer. Is it? You're right. It's top. Oh my God, we passed 8 o'clock. Top of the hour already. My fault. My fault. I'm going to try to get away from saying my bad. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. I was just pulling something up. Oh yeah, let me see. All right. We've got some business here to take care of. Hold on. Pull this over. Got a lot of show left, and I've only got about 40 minutes. But, you know, I care about what you guys... Excuse... I care about what you want as I throw up on camera. What was it? God almighty, that was gross. I'm sorry. What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they? Oh. What are they? What are they? Why are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean? Come on, everybody, what are they? Are they hopping to the world changer? Secret Secrets in the fields.
Are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the fields.
Secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change?
Secrets in the fields. Secrets in the fields.
Come on, everybody. Let's double it up.
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? What do they mean?
What are they?
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean? What are they, everybody?
Are they harbingers of world change?
Yeah.
These secrets in the fields.
Come on. Are they harbingers of world change? Yeah. Secrets in the field. Go, 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 go. Harbingers of world change. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Secrets in the field.
Secrets in the fields.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here we are. Yeah. Yeah. Hiya, huh, hiya. What are they? Why are they? Yeah, yeah. Come on. Yeah. What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they here? Do they mean? Yeah, 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 yeah. Why are they? Why are they?
Why are they?
Why are they here?
Do they mean?
What do they mean? Come on, everybody! Are the harbingers of world change? The secrets in the field. Are the harbingers of world change? Faster! Secrets in the field. Are the harbingers of world change?
Secrets in the field. Secrets in the field. What are they? All right, let's finish up this show and go full speed. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of work. You know how many days I practiced? Okay. All right, here we go. The next thing I want to talk about is I can't. All right, one more. Here we go. Let's play this. I just like to see what other people in the field are saying about what's going on. And this guy thinks he knows, just like me, Dan Warren. He's actually a smart guy, though.
Now that President Biden has addressed the American people about the 4 objects that were recently shot down.
Perfect timing.
For a moment, let's just assume that those objects are balloons or something else that's mundane. Now let's only focus on the government's response to this situation. According to DoD briefing cards that date back to 2020, the government has repeatedly stated that
we take reports of incursions into our airspace by any aircraft, identified or unidentified, very seriously and investigate each one.
But as more historical information associated with objects being tracked in our airspace comes to light, it appears that someone or some organization within the DoD decided that the rest of the government doesn't need to be made aware of them, including the Oval Office, as well as we the people. But what's done in the dark will always come to the light. And how the DoD responds to these 4 prosaic objects, that are just the last 4 in a series of hundreds of similar reports, is inadvertently shedding a match's worth of light on the decades-long imposed darkness that has shrouded the UFO phenomenon. So will you and officials allow the DoD to extinguish this brief moment of illumination? Or will you support those that have been pushing to bring this issue to light? So, in a weird way, UFOs are indirectly the cause of and cure for the recently identified domain awareness gap that the Chinese spy balloon has brought to the world's attention. Because for decades, the targeted stigma around UFOs has resulted in pilots being unwilling to report unusual objects that they see in our skies, both the mundane and the anomalous. Combined with the intentional filtering out of unknowns at our nation's most advanced radar and sensor stations, this has caused a substantial national security blind spot. But thanks to the efforts of Chris Mellon, Marco Rubio, Kirsten Gillibrand, and many others, we have possibly just witnessed the beginning of the end of this blind spot, which is in part due to the reduction of stigma that surrounds these anomalous phenomena.
Oh man, just when I gave the guy a compliment. No, this is not the beginning of anything. Look, let me explain something to everybody. All right, can I just be frank with you? I'm going to be frank. The hell's wrong with you people? This is never is there a beginning of anything in ufology. There's new stuff, right? TTSA was new, right? Lou was new. What else was new? The 3 videos were new. The signing for the whistleblowers was new. People who get injured by UFOs now they can, get looked at is new. So there's some new things, but not the beginning of disclosure. Not even close. You want to know what the beginning of disclosure is? Disclosure. There is no beginning. There is no middle. There's only one way. All or nothing. They want to show us a UFO. They're going to have to convince you and me, us, that it just got here yesterday. Right? Or it just got here a couple of days ago and they've been talking. I don't want to hear any secrets. If there's a UFO that they're going to show us someday, that doesn't mean that's disclosure, people. Okay? Let's stop saying pieces of disclosure. We have a little of disclosure. You cannot be a little pregnant. It's the same thing. Stop saying we're gonna have the beginning. That shit doesn't fly anymore. Every year it's the beginning of something that nothing ever comes to fruition on. So, enough already. But, even the smart people say it, just like him. This could be the beginning of a beautiful friend. No! It's not how it works in this field. There is no beginning of anything.
In our airspace. And don't forget that closing the domain awareness gap is just a byproduct of a much greater effort. An effort that has resulted in 33 pages of UAP-related legislation being included in the recently passed National Defense Authorization Act. Efforts that fought for the establishment and continued support of a congressionally overseen UAP investigation office. This office, known as AARO, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. And they have been strategically set up to give them the best chance to succeed. So it is concerning to me that the government has recently responded in what appears to be a knee-jerk reaction to these recent events by announcing the creation of an interagency team to study unidentified aerial objects.
Right. I thought we already had them. I thought we had AARO. We said that yesterday and the day before.
A team that is headed up by the President's National Security Advisor and includes the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense, and the Director of National Intelligence. But this team is missing Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, who heads up the AARO effort.
Right.
Or who the AARO office reports to.
Right.
Which includes the Deputy Secretary of Defense and the Principal Deputy Director of National Intelligence. If this isn't a case of the government going over the heads of our elected officials, then I don't know what is. The optimist in me hopes that the members of this interagency...
Thank God he mentioned it. That's right. I forgot all about that. We've got to get it. We've got to get an office. We've got one. We've got it. We've got AARO. But they don't even bring the guy on? I mean, what is going on? So doesn't that make you wonder even more, why would they leave Arrow out of the UFO thing? Because it's not UFOs. Oh. No, but it's about aerial anomalous objects that aren't supposed to be in our airspace. Very, very, very strange. Jammer Travels throwing down. Oh, Crop Circle song is golden. He says for the $5 is funniest with Richie hitting the bong off camera. Play it at 8:08 every night, like an intermission of this show. No, I do. I don't. I try to get it around. Now it'll be 8:08. We'll do 8:08. We'll try to remember. But it gets old after a while hearing the same song over and over. And I don't like to sing it all the time. And I don't hit a bong in between. I hit a bowl. Thank you, Jammer Travels. Yeah, it's right here. Just a little 1-hitter, 2-hitter, 3-hitter, I'm gone. 4-hitter, 5-hitter, 6-hitter, I'm gone. 7-hitter, 8-hitter, 9-hitter, I need a bong. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Jammer Travels throwing it down again, a continuing supporter of GUFON. I see 99. I see $1. Whose dollar is that? Who's this person? Molly Collie. A little Molly can never hurt. A little Molly goes a long way. How you doing, Molly? Thank you very much for the super sticker. Let me see what it is. It's going to take a second for it to pull up here. But a super sticker it is. Here it comes. 5, 4, 3. Hey, was that a turd? Hey, it's me, a smiling turd. Thank you, Molly. That is me. That's me right now. Yep. Thank you very much, Molly Collie, for the happy shit. Very cool. Welcome to GUFON. You deserve it. You deserve to be here. Here's another one. Okay. Now you know why when things are taken out of context or you don't know what's going on. That is why that happened. As I open mouth, insert foot, I now try to pull it out my ass and I can't. Sorry about that, Molly Collie. You were just being funny. And I thought you were talking to me like I'm a shithead or something. I don't know. What do I know? There was no context with it. It was just a shit with a smiley face or eyes. I don't know what it was. Thank you for the $3 total. Appreciate it. Oh, and that is your first super chat ever. Thank you, Molly Collie, for the $2, $1 super chats of poop and gush all over me. Ew. You. Yeah. No. Thank you. Hey, Benny Cook's here. How you doing, man? What's up? David Wilcox throwing down $5 from Canada. He say, they'll show videos of missile strikes in Iraq, but not shooting down a balloon. Right. Apparently, this is another story that happened today or yesterday that I have in my mix here. I'll bring it up in a minute. I might as well bring it up now. Apparently, in Iran and Iraq forces are talking about now drones in their airspace with maneuvering capabilities of anything we have on this earth. Now, I'll bring up the article. I can't believe this is happening all over at the same time. It's not disclosure. Thanks again, David Wilcox, with throwing down 40 bones already tonight. Appreciate it, man. Mucho gusto e generoso. Thank you. And I asked earlier if Shannon Wilcox was your wife, but it can't be. Related? I don't see the relation. She's gorgeous. Nah, I'm playing with you. You both have beautiful eyes, but they're both blue. Only two of them. Yeah, they're both. They're all blue. Thank you for that. I'm opening mouth, inserting foot, like I always do. Kitchen Garden official channel. Welcome to GUFON. That is a beautiful looking rose. Oh, it's a... Oh, you made little roses in food icing. Yeah, cool. I get it. Unless those are real roses. Is that roses? Now I gotta look. See, I can't. This is why look. It is. Those are real. They look real. But kitchen garden. Oh, kitchen garden, not kitchen bakery, Rich. Those are real. Very nice. Hey, look, lavender rose. Lavender rose. Nah. Unbelievable. What are the odds? That was great. What a great thing that just happened there. You see that, Rebecca? Rebecca's lavender rose. See? Well, she used to have it say Rebecca Wiles, and then in parentheses it would say lavender rose. Don't know why, but there it is. You see it? Even in her emoji set, thing right there. All right. Me too, David. Me too. 99 red balloon attack. Well, here we go. All right. Dot. Dorothy's not here, but she put a tweet up today. Let's see. Carl Crusher reports on a new UFO shot down today. It wasn't shot down today, though, over Mount Wilson Ranch. Yeah, I'll have to go back on that. That didn't happen. That happened years ago, I found out. But they put it up that it happened today. Not her, the people. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. Next, I'm not going to continue playing the video of Dan Warren. I mean, he said everything we pretty much said, except a little better. All right. Next. All right. Sun entities and UFO sightings around the sun reveal themselves via pareidolia, or is it? You're going to love this video from Into Thin Air. We're about 30 minutes late because I didn't know, but there's no set schedule for it. But I like to do Into Thin Air at the top of the hour. So here it is, Into Thin Air, with another video. This one is about 5.5 minutes, so giddy up. The link will be in the show's description after the show is over, about 10 minutes after the show is over. And then all the other videos will be in there as well, just so you know. Everything we play here that's on YouTube goes in the show description in case you need it for referencing. 3, 2, go. Bom, bom, bom.
All right, everybody, February 16, 2023. Now, some of you may have seen a lot of these objects I'm about to show you. I'm actually reposting some of this because there's been a theme going on, specifically in the month of February, where these weird anomalies and shapes have been coming out of the sun, specifically on the corona side of the sun, which is the immediate edge. And these two images you're seeing pop up are from the UFO Sightings Daily channel, an awesome UFO researcher, and he's been catching these things as well. So I felt like it was appropriate to recap this video I posted a while back, because it is nearly impossible to not notice these things, and certainly impossible to not talk about. But I feel like it's necessary in this time to give a little reminder of the amazing sights that we can see on the SDO cameras of the sun. I just want to remind you, I do have a lot of material coming out about current events, current sightings, and the massive amount of news going on this topic, among other things going on all over this world. All right, here comes that clip now. I hope you guys enjoy it. As I was watching the sun for different filament explosions, CMEs, you name it, these are cameras I watch on a daily basis, and I could not help but notice this shape that began to form and then held place long enough as if it was sticking out of the sun to get its picture taken. And there was no way that I was going to pass up the opportunity to take that picture. And with a little enhancements and minor changes to the already existing image, this quite literally looks like some sort of being or creature that is just forming or popping out of the sun. I didn't know if my eyes were playing tricks on me or what, but every time I looked at this picture over and over again, I could not help to notice how perfect of a shape it took to look as if...
That is absolutely unbelievably weird. Seriously. No, I am not playing around right now. That is bizarre. It's like, why does it have to look like an alien? Why doesn't it look like a bear? An octopus? I don't get it, man. You would think that was fake, but it's not. It's real. So bizarre. I don't get it. I really don't. Just like when we dream, well, let me scratch that. When people are abducted or claim to be abducted, they talk about the bulbous head alien that looks just like that guy. Same body, close, right? Look at the fingers, a little long. I mean, that is just... Da Vinci couldn't have painted it any better. Leonardo, right? He couldn't have done that any better on the Sistine Chapel. I know it's Sistine, but some people think it's 16th Chapel. I don't know why. That is so cool. Even though it, you know, like it's a pareidolia thing, but it isn't. That's the actual shape of an alien. And if you look at it, watch. It's got even little buttons on the thing. It's got like planets, like a designed shirt. Or maybe tattoos. I don't know. Look, there's a mouth, there's a nose, there's the eyes. GD it. Come on. Why is this happening? I know it's pareidolia. I understand. But why couldn't it be a raccoon? Why does it have to be an alien of all things? So that makes me think the sun is an alien. That's the sun, right? Now that's bizarre.
If it's some sort of being, or at least got lucky enough to catch this perfect image and absolutely not have to share this with you all. Now, let's not get too crazy here. I'm aware that the sun can make some very weird, odd shapes when it has these explosions or these filaments, but to now have these two images side by side and with a little bit of imagination, this is very, very cool
Oh
stuff.
my God.
And please feel free to share these images.
Okay, I'm not going to say, I don't want him to say it, but this looks like, this looks like an alien sitting down, having his left leg propped up, his arm laying on it, and looking to the like this. It would be something like this. Watch. It'd be like this, right? Something like that. That's what he's doing. And then he goes, "How you doing? I'm the sun. What do you want from me, huh? A little hot for you?" You know what I mean? It's unbelievable, man. I love pareidolia.
Images, post them yourselves if you want to give credit to the channel. That would be wonderful. But it's not just these sun filaments that were very cool. We've been catching things that quite literally look like ships shooting past the sun.
Bullshit.
But again, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to show you some of the new ones I have captured over the past few days. And I'm very aware that some people out there believe these are just anomalies or camera glitches. But some of the detail that is captured in some of these what look to be streaking objects either next to the sun or shooting out of the sun are quite amazing to look at. In fact, in this new image right here, you could see that it is clearly not coming from the sun, but it is shooting up past the right side of the sun. I added the Earth scale there just for some reference, even though we can't tell how close or far back these things are to really be able to use the Earth as a tool. But nonetheless, these things capture my attention every time I see them. In fact, in this image right here, which I haven't shared with you yet, we can clearly see that it's either in front of the sun or being shot out of the sun. I tend to believe that these are separate objects that just happen to be caught with these certain filters of the SDO satellite cameras. And please take the time to go back and forward in this video so you can re-look at these images, because a lot of them have different shapes to them. In fact, this one has more of an elongated shape that could possibly be related to a cigar shape, as the term used in the UFO community. And if we go ahead and compare it to one like this that actually went viral on the internet when we posted it back in March of this year, many UFO channels picked up on this and noticed the saucer shape to it. It almost looks as if it has lights around the edges. And again, to be clear, I'm not calling these specifically spaceships. I'm calling them anomalies that look very, very odd and out of place. In fact, here is another round one that went semi-viral on the internet that looks like a different angle of that same disc type shape with these little light anomalies around the edges. And you can see where the arrow is. It is actually on the left side of the sun, as opposed to the cigar-shaped one that looks as if it's coming from the sun or passing in front of it. Now, not just the SDO, but also the LASCO cameras, I seem to be catching these anomalies as well. As you saw on your screen right there, it flashed very quickly, but I took a screenshot, and it's almost as if it has the shape of a bird or some sort of craft with wings and a back tail. Just a very odd anomaly to see on these cameras. Long story short, my friends, I just wanted to share these awesome images with you. I know some of you may have seen some of them in the past, as I said.
into thin air, throwing it down. I will post a link to that in the show description as soon as the show ends, so you can have it. Benny Cook asks in the chat, as I was looking through chat, I'm on the backside of Lake Bridgeport, and it's an Astro. It's an Astro. I think I know what you're trying to say. It's an shit show. How do you muddle through the BS and still know the truth? Moodle. I wonder why you don't get discouraged. And hi, Rich. Hi, Benny. Good to see you again. Dude, I've been frustrated and discouraged for 19 years. That's why I do this. I'm not joking. This is therapy for me, coming here and talking to you kind folks. But also, believe me, it's why I am the way I am. I get so frustrated, but over the years, I've learned how to curtail my frustration and be more constructive with it. I'm still not perfect, but you'll see some of my frustration come out in just about every show. There's always something that will irk me or make me question the reality, the story, whatever that person's saying. And I'm always hopeful, and which is why I stay here, Benny, why I keep doing it. Hopeful there will be the one. Because it only takes one very good, very convincing story with corroborating evidence. And I want to be that guy who brings that to the world. And hopefully that will come to me. I know somebody tried emailing me and telling me they have the technology that the Egyptians used and are calling me basically stupid because it's a lottery ticket for me. Like well, if it's a lottery ticket for me, why don't you keep it? Why doesn't this person, if it's real, you do it? Well, I bet you he can't, because then people would know who he is what he said, because of where he works and what he knows. And he can't tell anybody. And I don't buy it. I said, with a little help from a few people here, it's the video doesn't look legit that he sent me, and it could be done very easily with magnets and all sorts of shit. But anyway, I can't show you the information he sent me, but have you ever seen the movie Minority Report? Remember when we first saw Tom Cruise moving the screen with his hands because he would put the little gloves on? That's what this guy was doing. There was a cube about a foot off of a glass table, so you can see right through it, marbles, and one about a foot and a half long pencil looking thing were on the table. So you can see there was no strings pulling it, nothing, because you would be able to see it get distorted. And the guy goes like this with his hand, and everything just moves like this. And you can see the cube looks like it's hovering about a foot off of the table, the glass table. Meanwhile, there's mirrors on the back end, semicircle, so you can see every angle as well, that see that nobody's pulling strings or whatever. Probably done with magnets. There's probably something I'm not seeing. Nonetheless, it was a 1-minute video that looked like it was from the late 80s, early 90s. So what I said, if this is real, and this is something you're doing now, can you send me a new video from your phone, so I know it's you and it's new? Nope. So that takes care of that. Thanks to several people. I'm not going to mention any names just in case. You never know. I mean, that guy could be telling me the truth, but I have to be me and look at the evidence that was given to me, and I'm just not buying it. And I think, some people like to test me, Third Phase of Moon, and other people that are, like us with channels like these. And they like to see if they can get it by, trick us, things like that. This didn't seem like that. This was different. I mean, the guy really, there was a lot of effort went into trying to convince me. And it's not something that somebody would just think of and then say, oh, I'm going to trick Rich. This was thought out like very well. So I don't know. I'm still not on the fence, but still waiting for that clear video. That would be really interesting. Hold on. Okay. It was about, what's his name? I'm sorry. What's her name? SCAMbian? Yeah. Rich, you need to read Alas Babylon. Okay. Well, I will. That would be cool. That would be good. Okay. See, even Atlantis is Found said it. Yeah, Ma didn't make it home tonight. I think still out with Dad at the hospital. A lot of stuff went on today. It was Amy's, well, she announced it in chat, not here, but that her brother passed away. Amy, alien girl. Hold on. My God. Sorry about that. Wow. I just had it happen again. People who have diabetic neuropathy like me, sometimes you get shooting pains that go through your feet because your nerve endings are shot. And I just had one of the worst pains ever in the heel of my left foot. So I'm going to go. And I have to go on rebellious unknown in 20 minutes. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you very much, everybody, moderators and super chatters. Thank you. The pain starts to dwindle away. It's like this. It's like, then it goes away. And then, it's starting to get less and less. But we'll be back tomorrow night. Don't forget, Saturday, we're on at 5. Back to Saturday for the UK showtime, okay? Saturday, 5 Eastern. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7. And, oh, by the way, I spent 2 hours today trying to get my videos up for everybody to see. That's why the show was late getting up, posted. Usually I put it up 3 or 4 o'clock, but today I put it up around 6:15, 6:30. Because I wanted to make sure I post the right thumbnail for the show in case I can get my videos for you to see. I just can't get the video to pop up on the screen. You can hear it. And I know the thing, it's connected, everything's working, and it just won't show up on the screen, no matter what I do. So I'm still working on it. I promise you. I am trying. I want to have a show with my sightings because I think you people will find them impressive. Can you pin a link to the channel? Oh yeah, that channel I'm going to, sure. Hold on. Ah, it's starting to go away now. Oh my God. Ah, that was so painful. Oh, that was so painful. All right, here's the link to the channel. That's Rebellious Unknown. I'll be there at 20 minutes, well, 15 minutes. But that might be a minute late. No, I won't. But thank you, everybody. Short outro tonight. We thank you all newcomers, too. I appreciate you guys giving the show a chance. And girls, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Nobody ever shares. But they do subscribe. All right. And as we always say, we are Truthology for ufology for everybody. And that's how we end it. That was fun. I had a good time. All right. We'll see y'all later. And don't forget to go over to Rebellious Unknown in 15 minutes. We will see you later. Alien bless.